Hey guys, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can project textures from an area light, a spotlight, including how to fix the distortion, and for all the disco ball lovers out there, you know who you are. We'll also look at how we can project in all directions from a point light. And then finally we'll look at how we can focus and unfocus all three different light types. And we'll also try it with video and a volume. If you'd like to support the channel, but more importantly, get dramatically faster and better quality renders, plus animation stabilization, and literally thousands of times faster compositor performance, and lots more, then check out Turbo Tools, which is available from 3d-illusions.co.uk. So it's actually going to be a really fast tutorial. You can see that in the world shader, I've turned down the strength of the background completely, and you can do that in the world tab as well. This only works with cycles, so I'm in cycles viewport rendering mode. And I've got three objects set up to project onto, and I'll just turn off the strength of the viewport shading environment, so turn that down. So it's completely black now. It will only be lit by the lights that we add. So we'll start off by adding Shift A, and we'll add an area light to start with. We'll move it up a bit, scale it out. In the light properties over here, is just click on Use Nodes. We need to change the spread to 0, or 1 I believe is the lowest it will go. We'll add an image texture, so S, and just type image texture, and load the image that you want. So I'm going to go with this PNG. So we're going to add a mapping node, so just type S and then mapping, drop this in, plug this one in here, and then Shift A, S, and this time we're going to drop in a geometry node. And make sure you choose the parametric option into the vector at the top, and this should be set on point, and you can then control the strength with the strength you've got here, or with the strength of the light, whichever you prefer. If you want to make this in focus or out of focus, all you do is use the beam spread. If you turn it up, that will make it out of focus, and turn it back down will bring it into focus. So that's the area light. Next up, we'll add a spotlight. We'll bring this up on the Z-axis. Again, we're going to click on Use Nodes, and then rather than recreating all those nodes from scratch, I'll select the first light and just copy and then paste them into the new one. Now, obviously we can't see much at the moment. We need to change some things. So all we need to do in here is change this to normal instead of parametric. But this does leave us with a bit of a problem. So let me just quickly turn down the radius, which will control the focus. So we get 100% focus. We want to change the image to be clip, so it doesn't repeat. And you can see, if I just turn this strength up a little bit, we're only getting the top corner of the image. So we need to change the X and Y location to 0.5, and this will put the image in the middle. Now the issue here is, if I rotate this, the image is static. It's not actually rotating with the light. And to fix this, instead of using a geometry node, we're going to use texture coordinate. So I'll swap this, plug in the normal from this one, still use the normal, but now when we rotate, that will actually go with it. And if you want to enlarge it, you can't scale it, you have to move it up and down, just like with a real projector. So what we also need to do, if we just extend the spot on this, and bring this down a bit, you'll notice we're getting this distortion on the edges. And basically this is because the image is being projected from a single point. So the further it goes away, the more distorted it gets. So we can use the Z of the normal, which is basically telling it how high that normal is, to calculate how far away from the light we're actually going to be. So what we need to do is Shift A, S. I'm going to drop down a separate X, Y, Z. Just drop this in here. And we're going to Shift A, S, add a vector math node. I'm going to change this to divide. We'll then plug the Z into the bottom vector. We're going to take the original normal into the top one. And now if we plug this in, you'll see that will fix it. And all we've got to do is rotate this now by 180 degrees. So just type in here 180, and then you're back to normal. But obviously now it's no longer got that distortion. Again, for this one, we've already looked at it, but if you wanted to do the focus, you just move the radius up and down. Okay, and lastly, we're going to move on to the cube over here, and we'll add a point light this time. So this is going to be projecting out in all directions. And let's just copy and paste the node from the previous light into the new one. And we need to bring it into focus using the radius again. You can see we've got it projected on the floor there, because it's treating it just the same as if it was a point light. What we need to do is get it to project out on all angles. So let's change this from flat on the image to sphere. It's going to project out on all angles. And we just need to get rid of these two now. So Control X. Let's just turn the strength up a bit. You can see that's now working perfectly. We can rotate that around. Then we're going to get the image projected out in all directions. And also, one thing I forgot to mention during the recording of the video is, if this is flipped the wrong way, then all you need to do on the mapping node is set the scale to -1. And that will fix that for you. And then you can either rotate using the mapping node, or you can rotate using the actual light itself. And if you want to make your lights look cooler, then we can just add a volume, so Shift-A, Mesh, we'll add a cube, give it a new material, and then delete the principled, BSDF. We'll give it a principled volume material. We'll scale that volume cube up and apply the scale. Maybe bring the density down a tad, and then we get those really nice volumetric God rays with the actual texture itself being visible in the font. And it's not just still images you can project, of course. You can also project a movie file. And then you can set the number of frames that it's got and the start frame in the timeline. So my timeline starts at 299, so I'll just put start frame of 299. And if I play this back, you can see it will update in the viewport, performance obviously depending on your graphics card. Mine's a GTX 1070, so here's one I rendered earlier. So I hope that tutorial is useful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can either grab Turbo Tools from my website 3dillusions.co.uk. Alternatively, you can become a member, which gives you access to loads of paid content at no extra cost, and that will also really help the channel out, even if it's only for 1 month. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.